looks like it is the correct decision as well to be made. Smoke in towards construction or in towards coffins, and let's see now, can they actually hold this off? Again, the weapons do still at least favor the T side, but no, that doesn't seem to matter. The Deagles hold them in the crossfire. A single kill comes in and this is done. Honestly, at this point, I don't even think they really have time. Look, he has to straight up stick it. They need to try and cover off that planter, and he gets it. Okay, easy money. I was not expecting
do that as well.
Ooh.
I'm not sure if he caught any AT there. Ooh, Nivera.
Oh, that timing.
Nivera, they go for a full mid-peak. How did no one die? How did they die?
God,
what is happening here? Zaiwu and RPK, okay, between the Deagle and the rifle, they get... We bring the hurt. Nivera, you're just not going to be able to deal with all these players. Hitting the first is honestly even impressive there, but he does falter. Bomb will be down, and they've got forward positioning here in the library. Jame will finish off Zaiwu.
Open that maybe see the CTs to be focused elsewhere themselves, but no, they are not. RPK with 3 already from the balcony. Doesn't even need the scope on that. Og, maybe more to come his way as he spots Jame jumping out onto short, and well, with that knows where the final player is, of course, and he's not going to have it. Managing to take 3 kills between them. Jame surprisingly not doing anything yet, but they've ended up with a man advantage with both of those remaining Vitality players sitting in a precarious position, rather, because it's 1 bullet to the body that's needed.
Gotta get back, and he actually gets tagged, and they're gonna chase. They're not gonna give him time. He gets back towards New Box, but they know he's here. Now he's got teammates to support. They don't have a smoke to cover off, so the crossfire is gonna be brutal. And Sanji here for the cleanup. Vitality just nothing doing. Again, we see them get a good start to a round. This was always the story in the first half, and then it just falls apart. Apex gets a rifle, but in doing so, some limited health for Misuta, but 2 rifles should give them a fair chance at this. The hit's going to come back in. VP wants this. They do not want to give Vitality a breath of life in this map. That's a huge kill. The Deagle gets 2. That should not have been allowed, and here's the shutdown. Misuta, big.
Go, RPK falls. Posted back on the angle. The molly is complicating the situation, but he's staying alive. He's doing everything he can right now to make this winnable. Nivera, he hits the shot. There we go. A shoulder was all he needed. Apex has finally joined up with his teammate on B as well. And now we've got a 2-on-2, which is flipped back in favor of Vitality. It looks like this should be their round. But again, that was way too close, Mike.
A 4K for Apex.
From as well. He knows that a player had initially bypassed them. Zaiwu, good work. He gets both of them. There we go. Fantastic recovery now from Vitality, which should allow the bomb plant, but Buster, he still wants to try and work back in. Damn, this, again, Vitality, they always have to fight back into these rounds. Backs against the wall, they never have an easy time.
There's a gap in the smoke as well, which is problematic. It's going to allow Buster around. Nivera is trusting that smoke quite a bit. He's glancing both ways. Now I think he spotted the player coming over. Yeah, you can see he's drawing Zaiwu in. He's just trying to buy time for his teammate to get into the angle. They will clean it up. Nicely done for Nivera. For a lot. He's been punished for it. And you can see it here. They're wrapping. They want that kill. They have it. Now they've got the sight. Now they've got the bodies. Now they've got the bomb down. And it's looking like overtime. Yekindar and Buster are going to have to try for a clutch. And this time there's no option to save. And this time instead of 2 weakened players on site, it is 4 healthy boys ready to welcome them in the action. There's going to be the hit. RPK takes the 1. Buster now alone. He's got to go for it. Going to set up a smoke to try and get him some space on towards site. He's going to come bursting out. Has the kid at the least, but he's running out of time. He's running out of clock. He's got to go now. He's got to make the move, and they know where he's coming from. There's nothing he can do about that. He's just got to try and isolate something, anything going here. The sprays will come through. He will catch 1, but that's going to be all she wrote.
Still posted up on the op. He's waiting for the peaks to come in. He was initially blinded, but a little pop-up and shot through the smoke takes off the head of Zaiwu. Flash over. Actually blinded up his teammate there, I believe Apex did. That forced Misuta to go in towards the smoke so that he wouldn't be taken out. And
here, Misuta doesn't want to peek until late. And they're whittling time down off this clock. Virtus.Pro, they're going to let this smoke expire. They're going to play with the time, flirt with danger here. Yekindar hoping that he's going to get an opportunity on the AWP. The boost up over the smoke, even a possibility, but no, they're going to come through. Now it fades. Now the hit comes in. There's 1. The trade is there, but it's Misuta from the pit.
12 seconds left, Mike. 12 seconds.
Yeah, they've lost this round. They've lost this round to the clock. They've dilly-dallied a little bit too long. 6 seconds. They can't do this. They can't do this. Better not die after time. That's pretty much the only way you can bleed out your clock in OT. And it's just going to be Sanji left to save. So, and he hasn't yet. Finds 1, looking for more. That one's going to be a bridge too far. But it's a 3-on-3 retake. All the players are coming from the same side of the map, though. No concern about Banana. It's going to be this hit. Do or die. Yekindar, first point of contact. He does not find it. And his teammate will die with a nade out. A little bit of a mistake here. Buster's going to play the long game. Buster's going to find 1 and the second, and Buster secures it. A 1v2. control. Now comes the hit. There's the kills. A couple of them coming rapidly, but Zaiwu answers back, and he gets a tag to boot. 1 HP and a dream living here for Sanji, but they can't connect. At least not just yet. Sanji continuing to do damage, but he cannot hang on. And Zaiwu's found another kill. Working on his third now as they fight Buster in towards the bank. They know where he's at. He cannot fall away. He just wants to take it, but that will be Shocks down for the count. Buster hasn't been tagged. At least not for the moment. The kit is down towards the site. Can be retrieved. Buster will need to fight his way through. Is there a smoke down is the real question. Because if that happens, he can just go ahead and stick towards the defuse. If not, he's going to have to find some kills here. And that is indeed the situation he's working with. Wants to battle into the bathrooms. There's not a player close to the left. He can clear in. Does he go for the full wrap by Bracket? I don't think he has enough time for it. Finds Zaiwu, but Zaiwu finds the head first.
Too much time being wasted, but yeah, down to 40 seconds now. Looking like it will be the A hit, and a fantastic shot from James. Positions back. He's actually not going to fall towards the bomb site, not immediately anyway. And I don't know if he's going to have much of an option to do so anymore. As the flash goes over, he's forced to take the fights, and it's working. A leg towards the opposing upper, a follow-up onto Apex, and although he will eventually fall to Masuta, you still have Yekin there on the bomb site, and you just have a fantastic advantage in favor of VP in general that just gets better.
Looks like we might finally get that fast B hit that VP have been stacking up for, but here's the response. Never mind, RPK and Misuta open this right up. Buster will find one, but around the pillar, how can he stay alive? Gets a no-scope even, but it's all in Yakindar. A 1v3, and this would take a heroic performance. He will not find Misuta. Misuta, good movement to stay away. Amali down to try and give him the 1v1. He nearly gets it. Takes out Zaiwu. Misuta up on the flower pot. Yakindar just slips into the corner, but the nade comes out, and Apex is forward. That is now 2 players. Apex has caught completely off guard, and the third as well. A big round for the captain of the squad. He's going to be able to plant the bomb, or rather, he doesn't have the bomb. He'll be able to set up a plant. Not if Buster has anything to say about it, but Apex doesn't care. Looking for the ace now. 4 kills to his name. This is the round where he says, okay, guys, we can't get anything doing. I'll just do it all myself. I'll just do it all myself. Looks like Sanji wants to deny him the ace. He's wandering away. Might go try and get one of those guns and connect it just so they have something to play with in this last round of the half. But this is Vitality really coming to life here at the tail end of the half. Finding some momentum, finding some space, and it's all Apex in this round to make it happen. There's the duel for Sanji.
Yeah, James was considering it right there. Stacked a tiny bit of decent nading towards Buster as well, and at the moment they're just probing this bomb site, wanting to find these fights and see if they can pick the numbers apart for VP, and eventually they do start to do so. James and the smoke, who maybe could have got someone, but no, Yakindar. He uses it as a bit of a distraction at least, but now he's got a 1-on-2 still to pull off. It Shocks on half health. Gone ahead and dropped that player already, so it's Zaiwu. If an up shot had to be missed, it would have been the end of the day, but he decides because of that...
You're relying on them giving you a fight, and they shouldn't. They should not. But that could be the mistake. The nades are available, though. That's helpful. 2 rifles still in play, but 1 player down for the count. Now a smoke to cover off construction. There is no player holding there. They could find 1 on the approach. That would go a long way to making this easier. There's the spot. There's a flick. Sanji gets 1. He gets 2. Actually, it was James on the second, but now he's playing against Zaiwu. Time running short, but Zaiwu goes to the sidearm. Can't quite...
able to get the shot off. Instead, waits for Yekin there to come around the corner and will connect. But now he's pinned in. Can he find at least 1 more? No, he cannot. Sanji rips off his head. Zaiwu now on towards the truck is going to have some pressure to try and overcome, and he hits the leg. That allows him to swap back to the USP. Let's get the finish, and at this point he's doing a great job at least in wasting time and allowing for his teammates to rotate up, and there we go. They are there to help out. As I said, Zaiwu.
Right, so I can't really trade this. James could take the fight on Mista, and Zaiwu, I don't think he's going to be able to get to the angle. Here comes the hit. Does he back off? No. Zaiwu waiting. Patient. Molly will force him forward. Now he's in the angle, but he's just going to sit there. He misses the shot. James, 30 seconds to play with, and just a Shocks to deal with. Does he have the read? Shocks with the op as well in a 1v1. James out in the open. Everything's about timing, but now he knows. Now he knows, and he's gotten around. The bomb will go down. Shocks going to try and swing on it, but time is of the essence. James gets around. The movement impeccable. Shocks isn't ready for this at all. There's the headshot. No, not hit. Another chance here for Shocks, and he will connect. RPK, good flashbang. Better kills. Massacre just wipes them all away. This round is over. It's done. It's dusted. It's done with. James tries for 1 more. That's not going to happen. Dire straits for Vitality. If they can do damage and set up their teammates for the retake, it's still viable, but those flashes are good. Now the position's revealed, and they are getting erased. Good kill on a monster. Yakindar gets the trade, though, and there's the follow-up. RPK dealt with. and a 3-for-2 exchange. Never mind, make that 4 is A-okay in their books. ZywOo, a save might be advised here, but it is ZywOo, so he wants to try for an attempt. Yekindar, if he swings in, oh! Just gonna rip his head from his shoulders. ZywOo was set up for it. Doesn't available for Virtus.Pro, but with 25 seconds now, they have to commit. RPK, he could thwart this if he finds these 2 players, but he has to come up huge, and he will chase and be unable to. Drawn in. Apex has gotten in towards the site, but he is going to be dealt with. He finds 1, but not able to trade. Not just with the CZ. It's all into ZywOo, and it's all over. 16-12. Virtus.Pro make it to the lower bracket final. Vitality are out of Katowice. We'll take a quick break.